Good afternoon to all of you. I would like to welcome you all in our afternoon session. This session, we bring it on every Saturday. In this, we talk a lot about news, views, opinions, discussions, but everything related to real estate. See, in life, just let me ask you this question. In your life, what is the biggest purchase you have done? And I'm pretty sure 99.9% of you will answer the biggest purchase you have done in your lifetime is the real estate, is your own house. And that is the fact of life as well. So we are so fortunate being in this profession where we come and become a part of the family while they are making the biggest decision of their life as far as the buying or selling of the real estate is concerned. So, in that biggest decision of your life, you always look towards your advisor, your guide, who in majority of the cases is a realtor. So, what you expect from your realtor? You expect a trust, you expect an honesty, you expect a transparency, and you expect a good intellectual knowledge of the subject. So, this is very, very important to have somebody who is joining you as your realtor to be 100% on all those aspects. If it is anything less than 100%, it might impact your decision. It might bring some different outcome than what you expected for your decision while selling or buying real estate. So a realtor becomes a part of the family, a realtor becomes a part of the process, and that relationship goes a long way. I always tell people, guys, if you want to hire a realtor, hire somebody who gives you the connect. Hire somebody who is honest, who is transparent, and who is knowledgeable. But I have heard so many horror stories out there in the real estate industry where unfortunately people make the wrong decision just because somebody was offering them cash back, just because somebody was their friend, somebody was their family member, or somebody was their relative. And unfortunately, we do not qualify that person on other criteria, which is knowledge, which is trust, which is transparency, which is honesty. And if you ignore any of those, it is going to make a big impact on your decision. So I'm pretty sure you will be very thoughtful and careful about having that business partner or having that advisor when you are buying or selling a property. Before we talk further about today's topic, which is save money or spend money, because this is the biggest debate which keeps happening in somebody's life. Either I should save money or I should spend money. So today I'm going to give a real estate perspective of either saving money or spending money. In the meanwhile, I would like to also welcome Mr. Kamal Tomar. Kamal, how are you?
I'm good, fantastic. How are you, Mr. Raman?
I am fantastic as always, Kamal. I like your tie today, Kamal.
Oh, yeah, thank you so much.
So, Kamal, how is everything going on? Would you like to give a little bit glimpse to our viewers about the activity which SaveMax team was doing for almost like last 1 week in Vancouver? And I think you have a good news to share with all of us as well. So, first of all, a warm welcome to you on the show, and please go ahead.
Yeah, thanks, Mr. Raman, for this opportunity to share all the good information. I would say a lot of information. So I was just thinking from where to begin because I think has been a almost gap of say almost a week, and here we are with lot of updates. So definitely we were in one of the very beautiful city, and that is in Surrey, and then we were in Vancouver. We had our annual meet for our corporate team. We had our annual meet for our team leaders. So as in SaveMax, we always believe in holding hands, sharing of information. Uh, I also say that passing on the legacy, where because you need to have more depth in your leadership, and that's what we believe in creating, and that we are working towards it. So we had a good session with all the team leaders in Vancouver. It was a good, I would say, session for the corporate team where the vision was shared for 2022. The milestones were set. The benchmark was made for what we are going to do on global arena, and above that we in fact had some of our business meetings in Surrey and Vancouver, and we are happy to announce our first franchisee launching in Surrey, and we will have a very soon formal inauguration the way we did here, in fact on a little more I would say more energy, and more people should be there because that's our first office in BC, and we are really excited towards it. So we are coming in Surrey. We have already got our paperwork started, and I think maybe in 3 to 4 weeks time we should have some good news coming from there. Now coming back to Ontario, as we are right now in Waterloo, and we wanted to trend the same trend to go on. We are inaugurating again. I know you guys must be thinking these guys are back from Vancouver now or BC, and they have started again their inauguration. Trust me, and I really like the Madam Councillor's word today. She said they wanted a reason to wear nice clothes, and hey, here we are. We would like to give a lot of reasons for these celebrations, and we want to continue that. We have this amazing branch inaugurated today, and it is at 155 Frobisher Drive, Frobisher Drive, sorry, and amazing office. And we are looking to have more realtors in this office, looking to expand business as usual. And there are much more news. I think if I keep on talking, I think Mr. Raman, I'm a little getting inclined towards you now. People will think this guy he starts and he doesn't stop. So that's a compliment, okay?
Yes, Kamal, you're so right into that. And first of all, thank you very much for sharing all the wonderful information. I know Vancouver trip has been an amazing trip. I think people are still not over with the like the beauty of the Vancouver, and all those beautiful drives, and going on to that gondola ride and all that stuff. So I think it was an amazing time. It was not only fun, it was I think a hectic week of work as well, because we started our meeting almost like what 10 o'clock in the morning and keep going until 8 o'clock in the evening. The best part was the best thing what I loved, that all the team leads, all the corporate people, they actually were so impressed and delighted to understand the vision, like where we are leading as an organization. And I think this is an exemplary situation in real estate industry, which runs on a very flat model. So, and this is what the difference which SafeMax is bringing in the industry. And I think the way things are happening, very soon it is going to be, and of course, international brand. As you all know, that we are planning to expand our operations not only in India but in US as well. And then very soon, my team is working on coordinating the activities for Australia too. If we go back to the Vancouver, it was an amazing 5 days trip, where first day was a lot of fun all together as a corporate team, and then second day it was very hectic day for the meetings and all this stuff, and the third day again it was a leisure. And by the time our team leads reached over there, so a strong team leads, 25 members team, and it was for personally me, it was an amazing learning, because when you give people an opportunity to come forward and lead other people, that really brings a lot of thought process, that really gives you an opportunity to learn so much from each other. And as Kamal shared, it was very delighted, uh, and I'm really very excited to open up our first office in Vancouver area, like which is going to be in Surrey and the surrounding neighborhoods. And also, we are looking for more and more partnership from those people who have an entrepreneurial mindset. This is very important for us. We are looking for the individuals who wants to grow. If you don't want to grow, if you just want to be as a realtor, uh, then I think that is not the right perspective which you should have. In my opinion, if we are in the real estate industry, after 5 years or after 10 years, it becomes very complacent, and you get into the comfort zone by doing the same job each and every single day. Uh, this is what we are bringing to the industry, and we are on a journey to bring entrepreneurship to every single person's doorstep. So either you have a real estate license or you don't have a real estate license, you can still be part of this wonderful industry. And this is what the creativity which we are bringing. This is what is the new thought process which we are bringing onto the system. So, Kamal, would you like to give me a little bit idea about what this entrepreneurship is and how people, without having a license, because David is a good example, he doesn't carry a real estate license, but he opened up SaveMax brokerage. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, I mean, this is a really good and attractive business model for many entrepreneurs, who are not into real estate, but they want to have a pie from a real estate because the way the industry is, the way it is growing. So we designed the model wherein a person can be the owner of the business, where we become the operational partner. We take care of the hassles of the business. We take care of the operations of the business. We ensure the recruitment, marketing, other things are taking and going in place. And then the person who is not having a real estate license, he is actually can be a part of the operations if he will wish to, and can be from a distance. He can just be an investor. So it's like, win-win for everyone. The person get to be a part of real estate industry, which is growing massively, to be a part of a brand which is growing massively, enjoy good revenue stream, enjoy good net profit. And for us, we get more entrepreneurs. We want to increase our reach, and that's another way we look at it.
So, Kamal, this is an important question which comes in front of me so many times. Actually, I was doing a discussion with somebody yesterday, and the same question comes. If SameX is doing everything, if SameX is handling the operations, why should somebody come and join hands with us?
Right. So I strongly believe, Mr. Raman, that this is a very simple formula of distribution expansion, and where I believe any brand we talk about which is looking for expansion across the globe, across domestic area, or at an anywhere in the country, definitely look for partners who have good reach, good distribution, good network, which as per the business benefit for both of them. What the entrepreneur get in return is an proven system which he takes from a brand and he replicate and he start his journey. What in exchange a brand gets is a network, the experience of that person staying in that particular vicinity or working in that particular local vicinity, where our reach increases. So it is an equation where we call it 1 and 1 is not 2, where 1 and 1 we look at as 11. So with that, the main objective is to make our distribution expansion massive, where we can reach through the partners who have their own network, and they can explore more their network using our system, using our proven business model, profitable business model, I would say.
Yeah, Kamal. Kamal, I would like to explain this in a very simpler way to our viewers. But before I do that, I would like to acknowledge few people who have already joined us. Mr. Kapoor Chandra is, I'm not too sure either he's joined us from India, but he has joined through the LinkedIn platform. I can see Mr. Sumit Rana. I can see Inderdeep. I can see Vishal. I can see Meenaji. So there are a lot of people, and I always request everybody whosoever have joined, guys, please show your attendance by saying hi, hello, or by just putting some comments over there. uh, yes, my guess was right. I think Mr. Kapoor is from India, and Kamal, Mr. Kapoor is seeking guidelines for becoming partner in Noida in India. So, Mr. Kapoor, I just want to let you know, and Kamal will explain that a little bit more in details. Very soon we are launching our operations in India. Our team is planning to come and visit India very soon. We have already a team set up over there. Definitely, Kamal can share the number, and uh, you can get in touch with our team over there in India as well. We are working on something amazing for Indian continent. and very soon we'll be disclosing and sharing all the information, and you will definitely look into it, that how you can become part of the family. I can see Mr. JS Good. I can see Mr. Akil Basin, Rakesh Sharma. Thank you very much, guys, for joining on today's live show. I'm really really happy to see all of you here, and a big hi to all of us. Kamal, everybody wants to say hi to you as well.
Hi everyone, it's great to see so many of our friends. They are so regular viewer, and I think a lot of people are joining from India. And just to reiterate the same sentence what Mr. Raman said, we are in India from October third week, and we are expanding our business operation into North and West India. In fact, we are getting a lot of inquiries from South India also. We are even looking to work towards that side of the country too. But right now, if someone is going to ask, that definitely North India and West India are the two major regions where we are looking to expand. And I will share the number of our regional manager who is based in Gurgaon, and he will be the person who can give you some basic information, and from there you can get some idea about it. Plus, we are meeting all the business partner who are looking to join hand with us in person too. But before that, definitely, as we have started our paperwork for some of our business partners in Gujarat, and we are looking to expand in Chandigarh, Jalandhar, Gurgaon, Amritsar, Delhi, Noida. So definitely that information can help you. Just give me a minute. I'll share the number. So the number is 97174.
Kamal, hold on a second. First of all, what's his name?
His name is Shishant Paliwal.
And the phone number, because I have to. Yeah.
Sure. So the number for India plus 91 is the code, and the number starts with 971
Mm-hmm.
749 5033.
Perfect. Yeah, Kamal, go ahead.
Yeah. So we are working on a very unique and a different concept for India, and I'm sure Mr. Kapoor, when you will get the details from one of our team member, you'll be really delighted and happy that there is something new coming to the country, and we want to bring something which is very unique, which is going to be very profitable. So I would say that not to go more in depth, Shishant is the right person who can share more information with you, and definitely we will be getting in touch also. Like so, normally Shishant has first discussion, and then our corporate team from Canada also fits in. Then we discuss further, and then we go to the third level, that is the agreement and the contract and other formalities.
That's great, Kamal. Thank you very much for sharing that valuable information. And to all the viewers, guys, please make sure whenever you join our show, we want to make this interactive. Ask us as many questions as you can. Put your viewpoints over there in a respectful way, which I always feel proud on, because uh, I have seen lot many people, they coming and sharing their thought process, and I'm so happy to see there's a lot of participation from there. So Kamal, today we're going to talk about save money or spend money. That is the biggest, I would say, fight which somebody have on a day-to-day basis. Either I should buy this or I should not buy this. This thing is getting cheap, this thing is getting expensive. How to evaluate? How to save money? Am I right?
Oh yes, oh yes.
And I think a lot of people spend 70 or 80% of their energy on making those small decisions in their life. Come on, let me ask you a question, and I'm going to ask the same question to the viewers as well. I know I'm going to share a little bit different thought process, and when you share something which is different than what people think, always get a little criticism over there, which I'm always happy and willing to accept. But let me ask you a question. Again, this is not from the religious aspect. Uh, it's just a general question. And lot many of our viewers, they might be going to temple, mosque, church, or the gurudwara, wherever they have a belief. Uh, what you ask from Almighty or from God or from wherever you go with the religious thought process, what do you ask from them? And this is a question to you and to all the viewers, and I would like to see some of the answers.
So, if you'll ask me, Mr. Raman, it depends a lot on the circumstances. I'm being very honest. If
Okay.
I'm in trouble, then definitely I want to come out of that trouble. So I always go and ask for that. If I'm very happy, I become generous. I said, okay, I will, donate this and I will do this and that. I go and say thanks to him. Uh, in general, definitely looking for something good, positive things around me, and for the people who are close to me or who are near to me, I always wish that thing from God. So that is, very very normal and honest answer I can say that. Depending on the situation, the demand moves or it changes.
I really like it, like, and I think you have really put up a true picture of an, I would say, on our day-to-day thought process. But I got some interesting answers here. Mr. J.S. God says, I ask or I pray to God to increase my spending power. I personally like it. I have Akil Basin. Akil says, I ask for good health, good wealth, and peace of mind. Akil, I think you're asking too much from the God, huh? He is. And Sumit says to have a healthy and peaceful life. Again, like, absolutely. And this is something very great. Now, come on, let me tell you what I ask from the gods, or what I ask. Like, I personally believe in nature, to be very frank, and I'm not a religious person. I'm not too religious person. I go to temple, I go to Gurdwara. I have there are some of my friends also. Sometimes I've been to church as well, mosque as well. Uh, I have got another answer from Meena. Meena says, I believe that depends what you are going through. Like when I had a major health issues few years back, I always asked for better health, but now I ask for more deals. Wow. You're I think bothering God too much. You should not ask deals from God, right? You should go and work hard, which I know you are working hard, and I always get inspired by your energy, Mina. You are doing a great job, and keep up the good work. You are an amazing source of inspiration for a lot many. Come on, let me share you what I ask from the gods. What I ask from the superpower, if it exists somewhere, right? Because I personally and firmly believe on nature. I ask from God to give me more problems, to give me more challenges. Now, I would love to hear the logic from you. What could be my logic for that?
What is your?
What is my logic behind that? Asking a lot of problem, lot of challenges.
I think you're asking indirectly courage from him. That is what I could say. Because
Mhm.
what you're saying is, give me problem, then probably the moment the problem comes, you will have your level of courage increase. You will have other things matched to that problem. So indirectly, you are asking good things, but in an indirect way. So that is how I look at it.
Uh, Excellent, Kamal, and I think that's a good way you have depicted it. See, why I go and ask problems from the God, because you know what, we are so blessed, and we have such a wonderful a treasure in forms of our body. Either it is our brain, or it is our intelligence, or eyes, ears, nose, hands, feet to walk, and like so. There has been so much blessings on us, and we are existing in such a beautiful world which is full of amazing things. What else I can ask for? So because I want to use my brain, I want to use my eyes, ears, my intelligence, my thought process, so I need to have a lot of problems so that I can come out with the solutions to that. And I personally believe every problem is actually another name of an opportunity. If you look at all the big inventions in the world, every single invention started with a problem. If you look at the biggest businesses which has been built up today, They all started with the same thought process. There was a problem and somebody wanted to come up with the solution. So if you have a lot of problems, you have a lot of opportunities to solve them. And if you have a lot of opportunities, it's a simple mathematics, it's a simple stats. The more opportunities you have, the more success you can create for yourself and for other people in your surrounding. And I personally loved another answer which somebody put up there. I think it was Mr. JS. He said, I want and I asked from God to increase my expenses. That's another amazing thought process which I personally like. And I always do that. Because you know what? Don't ask for a peaceful life, because you can get peaceful life only when you are dead. So life is all about having those little problems, little challenges, and coming up with the solutions, because that gives you a different peace of mind, that gives you a different thought process. So this is again my way of thinking. And uh, I could see, like, one of the another beautiful comments here from Akshay. Akshay says complaint slash problems equal to opportunities. That is so right. That is so right. So that is what my way of thinking. So Kamal, now let's come on to the topic: save money or spend money. Let's again go back to our viewers and ask them what they like. Either they like to save money or they like to spend money. Let's see the answer, and let's do some votes between the viewers and between us. And Kamal, what's your thought? What's your where your vote goes on?
Uh, okay, so I see it as you know, if you have to spend money, you need to save money also, right? When you have something, then only you're gonna spend something. But I see it other way around also. When you spend too much, then actually you take a lot of pressure on you, and you actually run extra to make more money. And then if you're making more money, then definitely you're going to save money. So I think that is more of an chicken and egg story again, where to do one act you need to perform the other one, but which one has to do first? I think that is the major question. And again, it will vary from person to person. Person like me, I actually enjoy spending more. Trust me, I'm uh, too shopaholic. I whatever I like, I first buy it, then I think, and I think that is something that makes me going. And I believe that sometimes I purposely put that pressure on me, that once I overspend, and there is a lot of pressure coming that I had to, do something extra, do something, take some that extra time to, cover that gap. So I end up earning more. I mean, I'm talking about the sales side of the things. So that is the way I do, sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Kamal, I respectfully disagree with one of the thought process that to spend money you need to save money. No, I don't agree with you on that. To spend money, you have to earn money.
Yeah.
So I'll share another concept of life. So as a common man, what's normally people do in between their day-to-day life. So when you start your day in the morning and until you retire onto the bed, a person keeps thinking, how should I save money? Where I get this cheap, where I can get some discount, where this thing is less price, where I can get some deals over there. And you will realize that 60 to 70% of your time, money, time, your thought process, and your energy, you are actually spending on thinking that how I can save money. Kamal, how much a person can save in their life? So this is not related to the topic which we have, save money or spend money, a real estate perspective. Now this is, I'm talking about a general thought process. How much money actually you can save if you spend a lot of time, lot of energy on saving money. To my understanding, if I just run the simple math of somebody who's an average, average, I would say, spending habits, their expense in Canada is approximately $5,000 to $6,000. That includes your mortgage, that includes your property taxes, your car insurance, and other groceries and everything which you buy. Come on, out of that, 50% is the expense which you cannot do anything. You cannot go and keep negotiating your mortgage every single day. You have negotiated it once, it's done. You cannot keep negotiating your car. You cannot go and negotiate at the gas station. So those parts are taken out. So 50% of that you can never ever negotiate. Now is the remaining 50%, which is approximately $3,000. So if you put a lot of time and efforts on looking for all the deals, trying to save money and all that stuff, you will not be able to spend, you will not be able to save more than $300, or let's say at the max $500. I personally believe, I'm not against saving. I'm not against looking those deals. Definitely we should do that. But my only objective is that we should not do that into excess. Like excessive of everything is bad. Rather than we should spend our time and energy on thinking of the ways to make money. And Kamal, so saving money, you have a limitation. You can save only 10% of the money which you have earned. But earning money has no limitation. You can earn as much as you can. So if you start spending that 70 or 80% energy which you are spending on saving money, and do the reverse to that, that you spend 10 to 20% of the energy on saving money and rest 80% of the energy on earning money, you will be in a much better state of life, at least financially. And I always believe, Kamal, if you have to cry, it's always better to cry in a Mercedes rather than a bicycle. Somebody will come and ask you, why are you crying? Am I right?
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
I think you liked my quote.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So now we will take the same to the real estate perspective. There are so many people here in this country, Kamal, who I met, and they were so excited to share the good news with me that they don't have a mortgage on their house. They have their house free of mortgage. I get surprised sometimes, but I'm not saying like there's anything wrong in that, because there are people who have that kind of thought process and that kind of belief that what, I have to have a free house of mortgage. Kamal, I always tell these people, guys, if you don't have a mortgage, that doesn't mean you don't have money in your hands. If you have a free house, trust me, against that free house, you can get 80% loan to value as a refinancing. Your money is sitting in the bank, but the only problem is you're not using it. Somebody else is using that money and making money on top of it. Now, come on, let me ask you a question. And again, this is the same question I'll ask to the viewers as well. Let's say, Kamal, if I introduce you to somebody and that person needs $100,000, I come and tell Kamal, I will give you that $100,000 from my side, just at a 2% rate of interest or 3% rate of interest. And I will introduce to you to that person who is who needs money, and he will pay you 20% rate of interest on it. So I am giving you $100,000 on 3%. I am introducing you to a person who is going to give you 20% interest on that $100,000. Now, what do you understand from this calculation?
So I think when I am getting less I mean, what I could hear and what I could understand, you're saying that you have introduced me to a person who is giving at 3%. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, 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 no. I am giving you the money at 3%.
Okay.
And I'm introducing you to a person who needs that money and will pay you 20% rate of interest.
Oh yes, definitely. I'll be more than happy to keep that 17% with me. And
Simple calculation,
yeah,
nothing, no rocket
yeah,
science. It's
yeah,
very
yeah,
simple calculation. Am I right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, as a common man, you would understand, okay, I'm making 17%. But what is going to be your biggest question? Why I'm not lending that money to that person and
Very
making 20? Because if I'm giving you money, I'm introducing you to that person. Why I'm not doing it directly?
directly, yeah, yeah,
Right? So you would think that something fishy is going on.
yeah,
Kamal, this is the situation of Canadian economy. Bank is willing to give you the money at 3%. You can go and invest that money in the real estate and can make 20% return and can make 17% net profit without using your money. You just have to understand one thing. It is not bank's job to go and buy real estate and make money. Bank's job is to lend money to you. Bank's job is not to go and buy and sell the properties. They are more than happy just to lend you the money, and you have an opportunity for yourself to go and make the money. Now, Kamal, I will take you back to the history of last at least 12 years when I started my real estate career in 2007. It's almost 13 years and more. I have not seen real estate market going down. I have not seen people losing money. I have seen everybody making good money, and the average return which I see in real estate industry is 20 to 30%. Very simple reason, because here you take the advantage of the leverage of money, leverage of time, that you are putting 20% down payment, whereas your property is growing 5 times more. Very simple mathematics. So if you are getting that opportunity to get the money at 3% and can make 20% return, which is giving you 17% profit, if you are not doing it, it's nobody's fault. What does that mean? That you're not understanding the economy in a right way. And if you're not understanding it and you're not taking an action, you are going to be the loser at the end of the day. Am I right?
yeah, yeah, I understand
Any,
that
any
part.
take on your side, Kamal, on this?
Yeah, so I think what I see here a lot is depending on the person, the way he is coming from or from where he is coming, So if I have to talk about very specifically about me or coming from say Indian continent, where the rate of interest is 8-9% or more than that, you know, where we believe in just finishing our loan and coming out of it, because the loan factor is huge. I mean so because we have that upbringing, like most of us, like I won't say everyone, but most of us. So that thing takes, I think, a lot of years. And because what we have learned in past is don't keep any of the debt, like that is just a saying, I would say, where we believe that don't keep debt on you and try to pay off your debts and be debt free. That is the good side of the things. But I understand what you're saying is, as a business, as an entrepreneur mindset or as a business mindset, sometimes when you see that you're getting some money at a very less interest from the bank, probably it makes more sense to take that money and invest, is where you're making a good chunk of interest, right? So I think that there are a couple of things that stops a person from doing that. And I believe that it is more to do with the sharing of knowledge, sharing of experiences, where sometimes people actually don't know that it is working in their favor, and they don't take right advice from right set of people. That is also important. So I believe these are some of the inputs what I believe.
Yes, Kamal. Of course, like you have your own point, and I absolutely understand and respect it. Let's see what of some of the comments, and I would like to hear from our viewers as well. Uh, Aisha, how are you? Good to see you here on the live session. Anyway, Aisha is also one of our family member, I should say, Kamal, and she's an amazing. Aisha and her husband, they both are an amazing. I would say clients of Save Max. When you start doing business with SaveMax, it becomes a part of our family. Aisha is saying spending and saving, everybody does. Aisha, absolutely, I 100% agree with you. And this is what my point was. So my idea of discussion today is that we should do. I'm not against the saving, but the spending which I'm talking about is not the real spending. It is the spending in form of an investment. Many times, and that is why I mentioned there in my topic, save money or spend money, a real estate perspective. So this spending is more of in terms of investing in some other perspective like real estate. Now let me share some other comments. So Sumit is saying, so the conclusion is that we have the opportunity near us. If a person have a will to change the opportunity by using any medium, either it is bank or a person. Yes, I think Sumit, you are getting the crux of what I'm trying to explain. Uh, I have another comments from Mr. Kapoor. Nowadays, bank ROI is around 6.5 to 7.25 from different banks. Yes, Mr. Kapoor, that is a perspective which we use in India. But here the interest rates and those are a little different because here you will easily get the money from the bank at 1.5 to 2% per annum, which I know sounds very surprising in India, because in India I know, like when I was there, the rate of interest was going like around 15 to 20% even. I have another comments from Mr. Akil Basin. So Akil says, I believe this topic of borrowing to invest. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but it requires for you to start with some capital. Correct. Uh, Akil, I would I would not disagree with you, but I would not even agree with you onto that. So it all depends upon your situation here in this country. So I will tell you what I learned in this country. In this country, Kamal, if you have $100,000 cash in your pocket and you have a bad credit, nobody will give you $10,000. But if you have no money in your pocket and if you have a good credit, banks will give you $100,000. So that's a little system which they have built up. The only thing what we have to learn is that how to understand the system and how to, I would say, use the system. I'm not saying to abuse it or to misuse it. How to use the system in your favor. So, Kamal, this is what I did when I came to this country as a new immigrant. In the first 6 months, I tried to learn the economic cycle, economy, the way economy works over here. And there are a few funny things which I personally don't agree with the economy. Now, they give the mortgage to a person who has a job which is not even guaranteed many times, because you can be kicked out of your job in 14 days, any point of time. But they hesitate to give the mortgage to an entrepreneur, to a business person who has put so much investment into that business and who has put pretty much whole of his life there. But it's understandable because they have their own perspective of looking at the things. Um, I have another comments from Mr. Kapoor. Real estate investment in India is very shaky because of lack of trust. That is why SafeMax presence is required in India. Mr. Kapoor, I want to say personal thanks to you for touching on to this point. Yes, you are 100% right. This is what we are bringing to India. When we were building up the platform for India, I realized there's a lot of mistrust. There's a lot of like non-transparency in the system. And believe me, people are fed up with that. And this is what we are bringing to the world, because Canadian system, Canadian economy, Canadian way of doing business is known for the honesty, transparency, is known for the trustworthiness. And this is what we are bringing to India. I promise you, Mr. Kapoor, it's my personal assurance to you, we are going to bring such a beautiful system to India where there will be a lot of transparency, there will be a lot of honesty, and there will be a lot of trustworthiness. And this will be a business model which we are bringing all across the world. Kamal, I have another comment. Uh, Mr. Wais Ahmed, uh, love this discussion. We have to become credit worthy to borrow money so we can leverage through real estate. Absolutely, Mr. Wise. I know it's a little bit different perspective, and most of the time, Majority of the people don't agree with me, but I think that's what my job is. That's what I am best to do. I am there to provoke your thought process. I am there to give you a different way of thinking. So in real estate, guys, it is never ever a good idea to save money. It is always a good idea to spend money. And it is the real estate perspective. If you spend more and more money in real estate, which I mean to say that if you invest more and more money in real estate, you will be better financially, you will be better, I would say personally, you would be better, become better professionally. And as I said, it is always better to cry on a Mercedes rather than a bicycle. Choice is yours, which one you want to choose. So, Kamal, your take on this.
Yes, I mean, saving money, definitely investing is the most important part. If you're definitely saving and investing in real estate, if we consider it as spending or investing, you are definitely going to make real good fortune, because we have seen this is, it's a proven model, nothing very different. We are discussing about the successful models in the world. And I mean, you talk about any guy who has made fortunes, is real estate has played the major role into it, right? So I am a firm believer of that. But yeah, I mean, my another bad habit, as I said, I spend a lot. So I think I have to improve on that part.
Kamal, I got some good compliment from Mr. Akil Basin for you. Akil says, I learn every day something new from Kamal's live sessions. So great job, Kamal. Keep up the good work.
It is your live session.
No, no, come on. Come on. I'm just a facilitator here. And I think a lot of credit goes to you for giving me a thought provoking ideas, for giving me a little push every single day to do something new. So I really appreciate you. And Mr. Kapoor also wants to share something. Last 30 years working in this industry, but since last 6 7 years, real estate is downsizing their honesty and trust. Therefore, we need more trusted brand in India with honor their commitment for long associations. Mr. Kapoor, let me tell you something. India is a very interesting market for the business, but trust me, it is not the organization only. We need to work on changing the thought process of people. We need to bring that culture back in our Indian society, the culture which existed a couple of 100 years before, where there was a lot of trustworthiness, there was a lot of transparency. I think the recent, if I look at the conditions in India right now, I think we all have a habit of throwing all the responsibility on others. No, the buck stops at me. Everything starts from me. If I change myself as a person, if I start putting up that trustworthiness in my day to day action, if I start putting transparency and honesty in my day to day action, I don't think so. There should be any problem in the country. Just, just imagine 1.5% of the population pay taxes in India. How pathetic that situation is. And we expect every single kind of facility, which I don't think so is fair. We all should come forward and we should change our thought process. We should start from ourselves. It is not a good idea to keep blaming government. It is not a good idea to keep blaming system. I know I am part of it too. I am not going to run away from my responsibility, but I think I should start thinking about it right now. So I know there's an last 6 to 7 years real estate is downsizing, but I think it is not downsizing everywhere. Uh, People have seen a big upturn of the real estate industry, uh, in last almost like 1.5 to 2 decades, I would say. After 91, like after 2000, there has been a lot of upswing in the real estate industry. But I think this is the time for us to start thinking, are we doing it right? Are we doing it in a proper way? Now, I got another comments from Mr. Sumit. Sumit says, after Amarpali case and all related cases, people have less faith in real estate companies, although all are not same as all fingers are not same in our hand. Yes, Sumit, and I do agree with you. I'm not really well aware about this, what this Amrapali case is, and I know there's a lot been incidences which I have seen. But I absolutely understand and agree what you are saying. Sometimes there are different challenges. Sometimes there are different way of doing the things. And in India is a kind of economy. If I talk about Canada, if the government change, it doesn't impact too much on the country as a whole. But in India, if the government change, everything change with the government, because India does not work on a very well defined system. But I should appreciate a lot of changes are coming in India. A lot of changes are coming in the thought process. I got some another stats from Sumit. Sumit says, as per the report in COVID, in India, the real estate market has been grown by 70%. Sumit, I don't have any authentic source to verify by that data. So whatever you are providing me, I'm just reading that, and I'm pretty sure everybody will understand it. But if you have any source for that data, I would love to hear it. But I personally believe it's very hard to predict any data in India, because in India there is nothing which works on one system. So it becomes very challenging for anybody to come forward with that. Mr. Kapoor is saying, thanks, Kapoor Sahab. I really appreciate your participation, and it was so interesting to see so many people are participating in today's discussion, and that is what I love about. And I think this social media has created a lot of connectivity between us people, a lot of opportunity for us to share our thought process and look at the beauty which we are going through. What we Somebody is sitting in India, somebody is sitting in US, somebody is sitting in England, and we all are communicating and sharing our thought process. Kamal, before I go further, I would like to take your opinion on that too. Either we should save money or spend money in real estate. What do you think now?
No, I would always favor the spending part. Definitely, like wisely is the word. And anyways, like wherever we are looking to invest or looking to spend, rather, definitely it goes. And yeah, as I was listening to your discussion, and as per Mr. Rana, as per Mr. Kapoor's response for Indian, real estate industry, it is a huge industry and very potential. Yeah, of course it needs a lot of tweakings, but the good part what I see now when I'm interacting with so many entrepreneurs there, I mean every week I have Zoom meeting or in different parts of the country. So I see that the thought process is changing. People are really looking towards the transparent side of the things, because they know that the way the things are changing, the way the mindset of the people is changing, it is always good to be on the transparent and very process oriented side of the things. So, and that's the reason we are getting really amazing response. And the events what we are doing in Jalandhar or Chandigarh or say Gurgaon, we are getting a lot of entrepreneur requests where they are looking to meet us in person. And I believe that's the one testimony that people are really looking towards more systematic approach towards the industry. And I think SaveMax will be there, and we are there to make that change. We will try everything that uh, at least what you, Mr. Raman, rightly said, that change has to start from somewhere. And even if we have a few entrepreneurs working towards it, I think that very soon the change can be seen within the industry.
Yeah, Kamal, I got an interesting question, and I'm so happy that somebody asked me that question. So Indradeep is asking, I wonder how SameX could provide honest real estate services in India, whereas the current Indian system is corrupt. Huge challenge. Thank you, Indradeep, for asking this wonderful question, and I do 100% agree with you that it's a huge challenge, but it is not impossible, because this is not the first time we are doing it. This is the second time we are doing it. Indradeep, I just want to share with you. Uh, I am involved in an hospital project, which is a good inspiration for me, and which builds my confidence that yes, we can make a change. We can bring the change of the thought process in people over in that country. So I'll share this story because we have some time. and Mr. Manoj wants to ask a question as well. Mr. Manoj, please put your question and I will try to answer it. So, Kamal, uh, you know that I'm a partner, I'm a stakeholder in one of the hospitals in India in Rohtak, which is with the name of Kainos. So my partners, they belong to, they practice in England for 15 years, Dr. Arvind and his wife, and Mr. Parminder, who was in US. And there's another partner, uh, what do you say it? They're from England as well. So we all get together. Now, Mr. Arvind, he had a dream. He wanted to go back to the country and serve the country people, and wanted to take the learning which he did in England for 15 years in the healthcare industry. He wanted to take that learning to the country he belonged to. So, they relocated their families from England and from US and went to a city like Rohtak, which is not really a big city, but a mid-level city, and put up this beautiful operations over there. So what were the challenges in first 2 years? The biggest challenge was how to deal with the system, because you know what, everybody is asking the bribe, everybody is asking, the undercut, putting the money from the under the table and all that stuff. Those were challenges. But I was so happy to hear their thought process, because they were managing it. I was just a silent partner over there. They said, Raman, we are not going to be part of that dirty business. It might take us some time, but we will be making sure that we are doing it the right way. We are doing it in an ethical way. Kamal, first 2 years were very challenging. I know it has created a lot of frustration in both of them. Dr. Arvind, I used to talk to him, and he was so kind of like furious many times on the system, the way people think about it. But slowly, slowly, they started putting up the efforts to make sure that they are providing the quality service by not paying to those people who are actually selling the patients in the market. And slowly, slowly, it started building up the confidence of the people. It took us 2 years of hard work. And in the third year, if I look at today, that hospital is one of the most ethical, one of the most economical, and the quality service. And it has become a role model for the healthcare industry, especially in Rohtak and surrounding areas. That is right now one of the biggest hospital in Haryana. Now people don't need to go to Delhi to get the treatment over there and spend too much money over there. So sometime a small effort, you have to start, you have to stand over there, and you have to make sure you make a commitment to yourself that I will not be part of this dirty business. And believe me, whenever the change came, it came by a thought process of one person. And that one person has to start it from somewhere. So, Indradeep, I promise you, I personally will put my best efforts to bring that honesty and transparency in the real estate industry in India. We might fail on our efforts, but at least I won't have the regret at the end of the day that I did not try. So let's hope for the best. And I need your wishes and blessings to make sure that we do it in a right way. So, Kamal, I would love to I would love to hear something from you too. And I hope, Inderdeep, I answered your question.
Yeah, that's right. And I would say, like, as right now, Mr. Kapoor also asked, and anyone looking to expand their uh, business or looking to join hand with us in India, let us know. We have a lot of different business opportunities. Starting, as I said, we will be in all parts of the country, but right now we are primarily focusing on north and west. So let us know if you want to know more, as Mr. Raman has shared Shishant's number. And otherwise, you can definitely get in touch with us, meet our team member, and after that, definitely we can have more discussion. And if you're looking to start journey with us, here we are starting it from October, so just a month away. So that's a festival season. I believe strongly in that. Let the good vibe start.
Perfect, perfect. Kamal, thank you very much. Now, Manoj has a question as well. I know it's a typical question It's a real estate question. Manoj is asking payback 40K from the purchase price. Uh, how to kick? No, sorry. Offer came in proper channel means legal way. My realtor provided me an ORIA form. Manoj, buyer can ask anything from sellers, and it all depends upon uh, how the seller thinks. But I personally am not in favor of these kind of transactions, to be very frank, because that is not the right way of doing the things, and I would personally avoid myself for doing any such transactions where this kind of deal is happening, and that is not my way of doing the business. Also, I have another comment from Sumit. Sumit says, "Well, as per my research and data, the SaveMax company provided their clients best houses and established a very good reputation in Canada. I wish with the same sense the company will work in India and upscale the faith in real estate industry." Sumit, first of all, I appreciate on you doing all the research. Yes, we have tried our level best to provide the honest and realistic service to our clients. But Sumit, I want to be very open and very clear with you. We are in real estate industry. Many times we get clients like, believe me, their expectations are, uh, they're so unreasonable. Their expectations are absolutely absurd. And unfortunately, many times just because of their own thought process, the blame comes on to the service provider. We might have faced those kind of situations as well, where people came and asked for unrealistic requests and demands which we were not able to fulfill. But one thing I can assure you, uh, we have actually put our best efforts, and we have made sure that we do everything with utmost honesty and sincerity. And I promise you, we are going to bring the same thought process in India as well. So, wish us good luck, and I'm pretty sure it is going to be an amazing journey for all of us. Thank you very much, guys. It's already 1:04. We have to say goodbye to you. Kamal, I give you 30 seconds to say your final message, and we go from there. Kamal, I'm not too sure. I'm losing your voice.
Uh, yeah,
Yes.
I got on mute. So I was sharing with everyone. I mean, anywhere we, as Mr. Raman mentioned, we are looking to expand in US, we are looking to expand in Australia, and we are looking to expand in India, as well as we are expanding in many different parts of the country in Canada. Anyone can get in touch with us on 416-333-8747 if you wish to like to know anything more about any of these cities or the countries and our business model. Definitely, we are looking for some amazing business partners, and just let's have a chat. Next week, we are having some more openings coming. We have more inaugurations coming. We have Gulf, we have Scarborough, we have London. So I would say stay tuned. There is a lot of amazing news coming every week from SaveMax, and I hope you will also enjoy the same way we are enjoying.
Perfect. Thank you, Kamal, for joining me today, and thank you very much, guys. And I really appreciate all you guys who have participated in the discussion and made this very interactive. Keep doing the same thing, and we will be back with more discussion on real estate topics. Thank you very much for giving the encouragement and appreciation. We really, really are humbled and honored with your participation into this session. Have a fantastic day ahead. Stay safe and enjoy time with your families. We'll see you next week sharp at 12 o'clock. Bye bye.